Have you ever wondered why the Navy and the Marines have such a spirited rivalry? Well, you're not alone. This age-old question has sparked countless debates and friendly banter. But don't get it twisted. It's not as serious as it may seem. Let's take a trip down memory lane to understand the historical roots of this rivalry. Picture this. The year is 1775. The United States is in the throes of the Revolutionary War. Two branches of the military are born within a month of each other. The Navy, created to disrupt British supply lines, and the Marines, established to serve as sharpshooters on naval vessels. From this shared birth during a time of conflict, the seeds of rivalry were sown. Fast forward to today, the rivalry has evolved into a friendly banter, a hallmark of the camaraderie and esprit de corps within the military. The Navy, with its rich maritime heritage, sees itself as the dominant force on the high seas. They pride themselves on their long tradition of maritime excellence, boasting a fleet of sophisticated vessels that are the envy of the world. From the mighty aircraft carriers to the stealthy submarines, the Navy's prowess at sea is undeniable. But it's not just about the hardware. The Navy's strength lies in its people. The sailors who navigate the world's oceans with precision and professionalism. They are the custodians of a proud naval tradition that stretches back centuries, a tradition of protecting the seas and ensuring freedom of navigation. But what about the Marines, you ask? The Marines, that elite fighting force capable of rapid deployment and versatile combat operations. They see themselves as the tip of the spear, always ready to take the fight to the enemy. So, the Navy prides itself on maritime dominance. But what about the Marines? Well, hold on to your hats, folks. We're about to dive into the pride and prowess of the United States Marine Corps. Stay tuned. Now let's talk about the Marines. They see themselves quite differently from the Navy. The United States Marine Corps is a force to be reckoned with, an elite fighting force that prides itself on swift deployment and flexible combat operations. They're always ready to respond at a moment's notice, anywhere in the world. The Marines are the first to hit the ground, the first to engage the enemy, the first to bring the fight to the front door. Versatility is the Marines' middle name. They are trained to operate on land, sea, and air, making them a triple threat. They can be deployed rapidly and are capable of conducting operations in almost any environment. From the freezing cold of the Arctic to the sweltering heat of the desert, the Marines are adaptable and resilient. Their training is grueling, designed to push them to their limits and beyond. They are taught to be tough, to be disciplined, and to work as a unified force. It's not just about physical strength, but mental toughness as well. The Marines are experts in close combat, but they also excel in strategic planning and execution. They are problem solvers, innovators, and warriors. The Marines are also known for their deep sense of pride and honor. Their motto, Semper Fidelis, or always faithful, speaks volumes about their commitment to their duty and to each other. They stand tall, not just as individuals, but as a collective force bound by a shared sense of purpose and dedication. They are proud of their heritage, of their traditions, and of their role in protecting the nation's interests. The Marines value their history, their legacy, and their ethos. The Marine Corps is more than just a military branch. It's a brotherhood, a family. So, what sets the Marines apart? It's their adaptability, their resilience, their commitment to duty, and their unwavering esprit de corps. They are the sharp end of the spear, the force that strikes swiftly and decisively. So, both the Navy and the Marines have their own strengths. But why the rivalry? The rivalry between the Navy and the Marines isn't about one-upmanship, it's about camaraderie. Now let's dive a bit deeper into this friendly banter. Picture two siblings, each trying to outdo the other, yet when push comes to shove, they've got each other's back. That's the kind of relationship we're talking about here. This rivalry, if you can even call it that, is a catalyst for unity, a source of pride, and a driving force that pushes each branch to be the best they can be. The Navy, with their long tradition of maritime excellence, and the Marines, with their elite fighting force reputation, each bring unique strengths to the table. They're like two sides of the same coin, different yet inseparable. It's this diversity of skills and capabilities that makes the United States military such a formidable force on a global scale. Let's not forget, these aren't just branches of the military, they're communities, families even. The rivalry fosters a sense of camaraderie and esprit de corps, that unique spirit of enthusiasm and devotion to a cause. It's a bond that transcends the boundaries of the uniform, creating a brotherhood, a sisterhood that lasts a lifetime. But what's truly remarkable is how this rivalry translates into collaboration. Both the Navy and the Marines work closely together to achieve common goals and protect national interests. They're like a well-oiled machine, each part dependent on the other to function effectively. When the Marines need a ride to a combat zone, who's there with a ship? The Navy. When the Navy needs boots on the ground, who's there ready to jump in? The Marines. They're two parts of a greater whole, two pieces of the same puzzle. And that's the beauty of this rivalry. It's not about who's better, it's about working together. When it all comes down to it, it's not about winning or losing. It's about service, commitment, and the shared mission to protect and uphold the freedom we hold dear. And to that, we say, God bless our men and women who serve and protect our freedom. Now, let's delve into the science behind this rivalry. Yes, you heard it right, there's science involved. At its core, this friendly rivalry between the Navy and the Marines taps into a fundamental aspect of human psychology, competition. But this isn't just any competition. It's a special kind known as intra-group competition, where members of the same team or group compete with each other in a friendly manner. Researchers in the field of social psychology have been studying this phenomenon for decades. What they've found is quite fascinating. Intragroup competition can lead to increased motivation and productivity among group members. It can foster a sense of unity and camaraderie as each member strives to outperform the other, yet all are working towards the same goal. Consider a study conducted by two researchers, Garcia and Tor, published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology. They found that when people compete against others within their own group, they are more motivated to perform better. This is because the competition is seen not as a threat, but as a challenge. It pushes individuals to up their game, to bring out their best. This is exactly what we see in the rivalry between the Navy and the Marines. Each branch strives to outdo the other in terms of skill, strength, and strategy. But at the end of the day, they are all part of the same team, the United States military. Their ultimate goal is the same, to protect and serve their country. Moreover, this friendly banter can also act as a stress reliever. Military life can be incredibly demanding and stressful. A bit of lighthearted competition and humor can go a long way in easing this stress, making the challenging moments a bit more bearable. So, it turns out this friendly banter is actually beneficial. Who would have thought? So, what's the final word on this Navy-Marine rivalry? As we've journeyed through the annals of military history, we've discovered that this rivalry isn't a grudge match, but a friendly banter between two esteemed branches of our armed forces. This banter is a testament to the deep respect and camaraderie that exists between the Navy and the Marines. It's a bond forged in the crucible of shared experiences, joint missions, and mutual respect. The Marines, with their rapid deployment and versatile combat operations, have earned their elite status. They're the first to land and the last to leave, a testament to their relentless dedication and indomitable spirit. Their pride is not unfounded, for they represent the pinnacle of land-based military prowess. On the other side of the coin is the Navy, the dominant force on the seas, with a long tradition of maritime excellence. They're the guardians of our waters, ensuring that our seas remain free and open. Their ships, submarines, and aircrafts form a formidable force that stands as a bulwark against threats to our freedom. But let's not forget that this rivalry is not about who's superior. It's about highlighting the unique strengths and capabilities of each branch. It adds to the camaraderie and esprit de corps within the military, fostering a sense of unity and shared purpose. At the end of the day, these two branches work hand in hand, shouldering the responsibility of protecting our national interests. They're two sides of the same coin, each indispensable in their own right. The Navy and the Marines, despite their friendly rivalry, are united in their commitment to serve and protect our nation and its people. In the end, it's not about who's better, it's about serving together, protecting our freedom. God bless our men and women who serve. Until next time, keep questioning.